on, admit it. You're glad to see us.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to a slightly dim episode of Midnight Ice. Unfortunately, my light is not playing game with me today. Anywho, I'm here, and so is GT Sport. New daily races, and I've just finished customising my new Veyron for, Monza, since it appears to be the only car that's in the top 10. What? Yeah, I meant to do that. Right, let's see what this can do. I'm going to spend a little bit of time doing some qualifying, then get into the actual racing. Hey, excellent, bro. How you bet? Yeah, I don't imagine them to be all that much fun, I'm afraid, but gotta give them a go. Trying to go in it with a little bit of optimism. Yeah, I think, but if you go into Monza next time with maybe a little bit more calm, you'll be fine. But I can understand getting riled up. I really can. But you know what? Sod it. Should we do a race first and then qualifying? Yeah, let's do a last or something challenge and then qualifying. Because why the hell not, eh? Absolutely, why the hell not? Anyway, good evening all. Hope it's all going well. Excuse me while I just go and shout at my Alexa. She's ignoring me. Monday is definitely trash day when it comes to GT Sport. Excuse me a second. I might have to do the old manual reset. Alexa, light 100%. Alexa's behind me. I think my Alexa's malfunctioning. Hang on, let's try. Alexa, red alert. No, that works. Alexa, shut up. There's my bulb. Okay. Smart bulbs, they're tricky. Because now I look... Well, at least it's hidden the fact I'm pasty. There we go. A little bit of light for you. Just open up another tab on the other monitor. Ooh, I look pasty. No, I can't see the chat, so it's in the wrong place. That's better. Right, so what shenanigans do we reckon are going to be in this first daily race for myself? I'm starting at the back, so hopefully I'm going to miss all of the utter shit that happens. Ooh. That's blue and pasty though. Gotta love GT Sport, haven't you? Right, last to something challenge. Hey, Ron Waffle's in this, I know him. Number 15th, the closerer. That's an interesting username. Hang on one minute, I've just lost the chat. That's gone well. Oh, there we go. I think it's still there. Right, I have literally not driven this car before, so I'm going to literally bolt out the pit lane for the warm-up if I haven't been kicked from this event, which I think might be the case, because this is taking it forever to load. Oh no, here we go. Right, hard tyres is the only option. If you want to use wets, let's go straight to warm up. Right. Right, I saw you earlier on with the brake balance all the way to the rear, virtually. So I'm going to emulate that. I have seen on previous playthroughs with the Veyron and Monza, you change up fantastically early. Of course, there's a W12 engine, I think, something like. Oh, that's weird. Oh god, that is weird. Not sure if I like it or hate it. I managed to get a good luck one off. Not that anyone would have seen it. W16 is it? Well, thank you for clarification. Because actually, what did I say? W12? Yeah, because that's how idiotic of me. But yes, it's like 4 turbochargers, 10 radiators, that sort of thing. And like 1001 brake horsepower in the standard model. But yeah, thank you for the clarification. And welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. Why can't they give us a grid start just once? Right, anyway, this is going to be a last... This is going to be a last at something challenge, because I've not driven this car, this track, at all yet. I'm rather expected to pick up a few places from the shenanigans at the front, so we'll see what happens. Right, I don't imagine fuel's going to be a problem. It's only a 10 lap race and I have 16 laps worth of fuel apparently. Right, I'm going to take it nice and easy into the first corner. Not going to be stupid to begin with. Okay, I don't have to worry about traction in this car, it's just there. I do love a Viper. It's one of my more favourite cars. Whoa, okay. Brakes are shocking on this. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't force them off the road, mind you, but... Alexa suddenly started to talk to me. Shut up. Alexa, shut the hell up. And this is how our robot overlords get annoyed with us. Okay, back to the pack again. Well, this is very much a exhibition race for me. Just learn how the car handles and then do some qualifying afterwards. Okay, this car is quite dull to drive around here. It's not going to be the funnest race in the world, is it? Let's see if I can get to do it now. Alexa, light 100%. Alexa, shut up. You can try. Okay, and the problem with Monza is when you're out of the slipstream, you are nowhere. Only 11.7 seconds behind the leader and then 17th, so they're only up at the next chicane. If everyone else is up punting each other off. Yeah, okay, you got to brake quite early for that. midday sun really does project some shadows on the first Lesmo, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to pick up a couple of places here. If they don't go back in front of me. Okay, a couple of an Italian and a Hungarian. So I've still got GT Austria in front of me apparently. So this is the Bugatti Veyron race apparently. Oh, for God. I forgot how bad track limits were on this course. Okay, so right between the slipstreams of two sets of drivers. Wonderful. I have to admit, I am not comfortable in this car at all yet. For those that are wondering, yes, I am using the controller, it's just down here, away from the microphone. I mean, I'm obviously not using a wheel, but you get the idea. Okay, that Italian behind me is quick, but let me just go. Okay, you didn't have to do that, dude. I'll let you through. As soon as you get... Oh, didn't see that. Italian on Monza, they do go a bit mad. That's going to be track limits again, but slow down. Hopefully that won't give me a penalty this time. Yeah, you bastard. Might try the Corvette in a minute. So I'm not feeling the speed from this car at all. I will try not to complain about this race in a minute. I will try and enjoy it. It's just not happening at the moment. So there's our Italian friend who tried to bundle me off the course on the last Lesmo corners. I'm not going to be quite so courteous this time. And that is why, because he's a prick. Might even be able to get through that corner in fourth. Okay, what's the best lap time? 1:57.4. So if I can at least move towards that a little bit. I do imagine it's going to be with either absolute clear track or a very big slipstream. Frankly, it could be either. Okay, so the Veyron is quicker in the straight line than the Corvette. This we know. Didn't mean to do that. That's why I get for looking at the chat while I'm doing this. Okay, so the Hungarian in front picked up a penalty. You're gonna go past me, you're gonna go around the outside of me, not on the inside, dude. Sorry. It does understeer like a bit of a bitch, this car, doesn't it? It's alright, I don't really mind if you get past me on that one, Mr. Frenchman, because I'm going to go past you on the next straight. I know, I hear you. I was at least hoping this is going to be a group 3, because that way you do get a variety. You get the AMG, you get the Corvette, you get all sorts of cars that come and join in, rather than just the odd Viper, Corvette, and then all the Veyrons. So I may very well go over to the Corvette. And again, I don't like the group 4 Corvette that much. It's a shame when they don't do the balance of power correctly, isn't it? It really is. Yep. You've only got to ride that curve, what, a couple of millimetres too far to the left and track limit penalty. So the Italian behind has a penalty too. Really should be higher up for this, considering all the penalties I've had. But this is Monza. Oh, he's pushing. Thanks. I have to brake earlier though, dude, because you're pushing me. Thanks. Is he going to swipe me? Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you try and bump draft someone right into the braking zone. Sorry, Mr. RS54. I honestly think the trick with this lap is getting through a Ascari. That's where most of the lap time can be found. It's a sheer fact. I don't find it too difficult to hit the braking points with the other corners. Parabolica is just one corner, you put your foot down when you can. So, we're going to have to go up against the Italian again. This is going to murder my SR. Oh yeah, it's Monza, that's why. Murders everyone's SR, doesn't it? Well, it's going to be interesting to watch a top 10 lap and see where I can pick up some tips. Okay, here we go, slipstream of the Italian in front. Does feel like this car understeers like an absolute boat. I think it is still four-wheel drive in this game, so that would make sense. Great, which explains why it's so good on traction though. So yeah, this is absolutely easy as anything one-shot race. Every time they give us hard tyres. Hard-only tyres. Thank you, Sony, Polyphony, whoever does it. Could have outbraked myself a little bit there. Whoops. I'm really tempted to try the Corvette, I really am. Because this is dull as anything. Right, I might qualify in the Veyron, racing the Corvette. Dreadful middle sector there. I actually thought that was the last lap. I was like, ah, okay, that's that. Oh, no. Or is that me just willing it to be the last lap? Doesn't really matter, does it? So yeah, these tyres, they could probably do another 30 laps. I feel like I can push them now just as hard as I did right at the beginning of the race. If I hadn't grabbed myself a ton of penalties or track limits, I could be a lot higher up this grid. I mean, it's not a difficult race. Just got to watch out for the punting. Yeah, tyres still healthy. Another 30 laps. Right, at least 20. Excuse me 1 minute while I'm just going to open my window because it's getting warm in here. That PS4 space heater's on again. Okay. So that was a bit dull. Let's see if I can do some qualifying. Alexa, light 100%. Nope. It might. I think she's on the blink. Okay. What's she doing today? Hear that turbo spall, can't you? Yes, I know. Alright, so Bert did a 150. Alright, so 157.1 is where I'm aiming in this one. Okay. Yeah, four-wheel drive. That makes a lot of sense. So you can boot it out of the corners. It's always going to stick, basically. I was going to look at the actual lap, wasn't I? Excuse me. Okay, let's have a look at you. Get an idea of what gears I should be in and what points and whatnot. Is that because you're on your US account, Abe? It would only show you the region. Nope. Okay, let's get this right to begin with. Yeah, because you're in a different region. You're in your America, US area. It is, yeah. If you were to come racing in the EMEAs, which is what I am on this, you'd with a new account and also friended on PSN, you'd see us there. It's a bit annoying, isn't it? Oh, hang on, no. Because I've friended myself with my 8 Midnight ISOs accounts, and I see those times, sometimes. No, I think of the FIAs. I mean, the FIAs that show. I'll check in a minute. Give me a moment. I think I've just confused myself. Right, so 4 for Lesmo 2. What was it for Lesmo 1? Down to 3rd. For Lesmo 2. When's he changing up? About 2/3 up the rev range. Just after the number counter. Just before the warning. 4th into Ascari. Stays in 4th. And just mullers it on the exit. Up to 5th. Right, and Ascari. Parabolica. Third. Okay. Let's have a quick look. Okay, well, you're definitely not there, mate. Dive Bomb 1987. That is Louis' second EMEA account. Well, I'd say put it this way, I only see Union Jacks here. So, yeah. And this is all, yeah, it's got to be region locked. I mean, that's got to be what it is. Right, let's see if we can get ourselves a 156. That's what I'm going for. Right, so he was changing up there really early, as far as I'm concerned. Shame it doesn't show you the bank? The brake balance. Shame it doesn't show you the bank balance and bank account details. It's neither here nor there though. Really does feel dull racing this course, this car. Might just be the fact it's Group 4 rather than the Veyron. Okay, if I can out-qualify Bert, I am going to call that a win. He hates when I out-qualify him. No track limits. Let off the gas on that one. Hang on, I can't see that. Am I right? Hello. Okay. EB110, is that another form of Veyron? I'm afraid you've lost me on that one. EB, that's the logo for the Bugatti, isn't it? '90s Bugatti. Is that the really square and triangle one? Or am I thinking of the Ford GT90? Ah, why did I hit the accelerator again? GT90. I'll Google it in a minute. Anyway, thank you for taking part in the chat and welcome to the channel, dude. Seriously. Once it gets a little bit samey without any comments. It's the same problem with Austria sometimes. So even when you dip a wheel on the grass here, it doesn't slow you down. Grass, that was gravel actually, wasn't it? I know this isn't a particularly brilliant lap or anything, it's just me just idling around really. One thing I have an issue with the Bugatti is I cannot get the nose into the corner the way I'd like. Ooh, that sounds like a monster of an engine. So you can see where the Veyron was sort of born from, where that idea came about, particularly with 4 turbos. 5 valves for... I'm guessing that's 3 on the inlet, 2 on the exhaust. That makes more sense, more power. I may be doing some sort of stuff with engineering for a uni degree. Oh, I'm guessing ice tyres. Kind of would make sense. Don't even know why I asked that question. It's just such a habit for me to go down to 3rd in that corner. Too long driving Corvettes. I often use the gearbox to help rotate the car a little bit. Oh, as soon as you say the model F40, you have my attention. That is a rocket ship of a car. That was a 3-litre twin-turbo Ferrari, wasn't it? Absolute rocket. I remember them reviewing it on, well, any show, like Top Gear and all that sort of thing, and they're absolutely drooling over it for quite good reason, because it was a monster of a car. Okay, so that engineer had a lot of input of a lot of these cars. Wow, what a CV that guy's got. That was better, finally. Whoops. Get a bit of knowledge there. Do? That sucks. It really does. So all really that person can now do is advise. That sucks. What? Someone who's got that much of a passion for cars and heritage within the industry, you think they'd be given a place of honour at any event? There's an event near where I live called Goodwood Festival of Speed. Yeah, politics, I suppose. But Goodwood's always a good place to go and see all these old cars and yeah, see the passion from everybody. It's amazing. Oh, no, I need to be a third, do I? Okay, I lost myself about a quarter of a second on that one, just by choosing the wrong gear. Alright, we're into the 57s. I want to be 6 or 7 tenths faster than this. You can see an improvement every lap, so that's a good thing. How was that slower? Also, Goodwood Revival is good as well. No pun intended. Yeah, I know, mate. I mean, that race really was just a sighter for me to see what was going on. I wasn't expecting a win or anything. I definitely didn't get it. This is just what happens when you settle into a car and a track. You pick up the consistency and hopefully a bit of speed with it. Okay, I'm finding revving it a little higher than the other guy, who seems to be the way to go. Don't be track limits. Please don't be track limits. There we go, that'll annoy Bert Racer. When's the next race? 20 minutes. I can be such a doofus sometimes. Ah, Bertie boy. Louis! How is it always 2 tenths between us? For those that don't know, Louis is Dive Bomb 1997. Right, excuse me one moment while I go and delete a couple of old replays because I have no space left on this. And then I can actually save in Good Races. Oh no, I meant to go delete. It's triangle, isn't it? Told you I could be a doofus. Honda, like the NSX or any other particular model, what you prefer? I've got to say, I don't think much of the new NXS, the old one though. I'm an 80s kid. Oh, actually I'm going to key this one. I'm trying to quit out of this, it won't let me. Let me quit. Thank you. Okay, we're not getting rid of that one. That's a daily race. Do you know what? That's going. Spa, that was the FIA race for this account, which sucked. That's going. Okay, a load of these can probably go. Point to point, daily race. Okay, the daily races for Dragon Trail can go. Especially in my RCF. I bloody hated that car. Corvette one can stay. Okay. I don't remember that one, so it can go. It's an FAA, I think. Right, there do. I've got some space left. Yeah, that's fair. I can't disagree with any of those. Not a fan of the S2000, the standard one. I'm not, but I was going to say 999 sounded a bit weird. I'm not actually a fan of the car, but it's one of those that it turns up in all the street racing films like Fast and Furious. I respect it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Hooray! I timed that well. What the hell is a K20A2? Is that an American thing? Unfortunately, between the UK and America, there's a lot of rebadged names and that sort of thing. I mean, we don't have a Cura over here for starters. S2Ks. Okay. Yeah, I get you. Right. We're going to stick with Veyron. For this race, at least. Okay, we're going to get a couple of more laps in. Well, at least a couple. Okay, so, right, Louis, you are my next target. I mean, it's always going to be the bloody same, but whether I do it or not, it's not a matter. Right, you guys have lost me, but you guys crack on if you want to tell each other about that. For reference, I drive a 2004 Saab 9.3 2-litre turbo ARC model, ARC. So, I can't really talk when it comes to sports cars and actually owning one. I drive a granddad car, but with a turbo, so yeah. You don't really get massive engines here in the UK. They are rare now. I grew up with Saabs. My dad built and owned and ran his own company which dealt with Saabs. So I grew up with them. And I always remember the old Saab 900s driving. I mean the classic 900s. And driving around in one of those things. It's a thing of beauty. I mean they're terrible, but I absolutely adore them. I'd love to take an old classic Saab 900, fit it with modern technology, a big thumping V8, like a 4-litre Audi V8 or something, with a supercharger to the rear wheels, and then power the front wheels off a Tesla battery pack and that sort of thing, and it would just be a modern hybrid monster with old style looks. I mean, I'm probably the only person on the planet that wants that from a Saab 900, but I don't care. We all want what we want, don't we? Oh, and biofuel if possible, so it's carbon neutral. So you can have a supercharger if you biofuel it. Works for me. You like that idea, do you, Abe? Oh, misread that, sorry. Yeah. New NSX, it looks mean, but it doesn't have the same soul, does it? It is something that it was something that the PlayStation generation would design rather than a racer. I mean, don't get me wrong, cars that appeal to the PlayStation generation, like the GTR, the R35, yeah, alright, brilliant car. However, I couldn't imagine Senna driving that. Maybe Lando Norris. Yuki Tsunoda, not Senna. So, Carlico, are you an F1 fan by chance? If so, I do an F1 podcast. Slight little plug. Also, I'm on YouTube with the same name, so feel free. If you're here just for this, welcome. Oh, that was aggressive over that. I had to wait forever to get on the power at that first Les mode. Or those V10. Do you know what? I think each engine has their merits. At the moment, there's a big political divide about road relevancy and the engines, that sort of thing. And I thought, well, you can meet people halfway on this. If you biofuel a lot of the old engines, say take an old V10, I say old, take a V10 or even a V12, biofuel it, it's carbon neutral. How much fun would that be and road relevant? It's more carbon neutral than these hybrid things. Which, don't get me wrong, the engineering in them is immense, but they're heavy and expensive. Yeah, I heard about Porsche actually, and that was something that they were talking about coming into F1 if it was carbon neutral slash, biofuel. But I think there's a way to meet people halfway on engine rules for Formula 1. If they were to take some of the KERS systems and put them back into sort of the standard push-to-pass modes, combine it with a older V10 on biofuel, there you go, you've got a new formula. You've got new Formula 1 back again. And it would save road cars. But sadly, they're all going to be electric in 10 or 20 years. But you do have to look at it. I mean, I know as a motorsport purist, we don't want it. However, you do have to look at the larger picture and the geopolitical climate and that sort of thing. And literally, the climate. So, yeah, that was a bit ambitious, wasn't it? But yeah, I'd love to see internal combustion engines to the end of time. Just the noise, the sound, the smell. Yeah. And one day that's going to be a classic car. But at the very least, motorbike engines are still going to be about. I just expect all the manufacturers that want to keep selling these cars are just going to uproot and, or start a division of selling them in countries that have much less restrictions on engines emissions. So, China. Yeah, they will turn on bikes eventually. I mean, it's just a matter of time. I mean, I love the movie Tron, and I want a bike like that, makes that noise, that sort of thing. However, it's never going to be the feel of a Ducati and all that sort of thing. And yes, taxation is a very big part of it. So, I do think they will turn on motorbikes at some point. When it is, your guess is as good as mine. What Le Mans trying? Fortunately, when it comes to like LMP1 and Le Mans and that sort of thing, I am very much in the dark. I don't know much about it. Most of what I hear is from what other people tell me. I find it quite hard to follow. I mean, I know they're going hybrid, and they've gone hybrid, and most of the winners for the last few years have been hybrid. But that's effectively all I know. I did have a ex's dad who was massively into Le Mans, and I didn't learn a thing from him. Change his silhouettes? You mean they're getting rid of them? There we go, 56.8. Right, so I need to get another 10th though. Coming for you, Louis. Just the man! Dude, I'm about to equal your time, so... Let's see if I don't stuff it up coming through here. You guys clearly know more about cars than what I do. .55. What? Oh, I thought you were 156. You dill hole. Am I going to have to keep trying, Louis? Or have you just improved it? Alright, Louis, well, I'm under a second away from you. Take that. Okay, I got that one wrong. Yeah, Louis is very much our resident channel speed benchmark. Yeah, I read it wrong. It's a 55. I've read it as a 56. Bollocks. Well, I'm half a second ahead of Bert Racer, so that's going to annoy the shit out of him. Right, time for one more lap. Louis, while you're there, what brake balance would you recommend for this course? I've got 4 to the rear at the moment. I only copied Bert, which may be my downfall. And also, Louis, welcome to the channel as always, mate. Absolute pleasure to have you here. And for anyone that hasn't already, sign up to Louis' Twitch. And better racer while you're at it, why not? 2 to the rear. Alright, I'll give it a go. Any other cars that you'd recommend for this race? Something that isn't a Veyron? Fair enough, mate. Come on, PB. Let's get a PB. Woo! I'm happy with that, bastard. How have I done 200 miles today? Okay. Oh, I did a couple of races on Suzuka last night. After midnight, that'd be why. Oh, I hope you like that, Louis. I'm only half a second behind you now. Bugger. Okay, you'd definitely be on pole for this one, mate. I'm glad I'm ahead of that bloody 12th place DRG nobody. He was a pain in the arse in our first race. Mate, you're in the top split because you deserve to be there. It's as simple as that. T50 V12. Can't say I have, I'm afraid. By the way, if you follow the channel, you have the very prestigious honour of being the 69th follower. Not that I'm trying to tempt you into it. So, well, feel free to tell us about it. I'm going to Google it while you tell us about it. So, welcome to our 69th follower to the channel. Right, let's see what we can do. Try not to be last. That's my objective every damn race. So are we expecting a fuss-to-cluck at the first corner? Yes, we are. We have 69 followers. Thank you for that one. Oh, it's heartwarming. It really is. I don't think you can on Twitch. Hey, Sing Tao, I wonder where you were. I'm just looking at the T50, by the way. If I've got a few seconds. Just about. Ooh, that looks... It looks like a McLaren crossed with... I don't know, something else. Interesting, powered by Cosworth. Does look a lot like a McLaren. I've got very low res images I'm looking, so if it is one, do tell me. Yeah, I did see the name Gordon Murray. Why do I know that name? Is that the designer of one of the old Formula 1 McLaren cars? Because I recognise it. Ah, there we go. Did he also design some of the F1 cars? I mean, the literal F1 cars. Ah, so it's that bastard, and he developed the MP44 then. Alright. Well, apparently whoever's in second has dropped out. I'm going to be under attack going into the next chicane, aren't I? Yep. I took that first chicane a little bit too cautiously. At least this race is at the sharper end of the grid. Looks like everyone's behaving themselves. Just about hanging on to the Italian. And they'll let Ron Waffle go. It's clearly faster. I'm going to give him a little bump, as long as it's not too near the braking zone. So what's my door card number? I can't tell. Wonderful. So really kind of used the second set chicane curves in this one. That surprises me. Oh, went down to third. No wonder I thought I had a lot of a lot of torque going through there. Oh, being truthful, I didn't know the Gordon Murray was still about. I mean, I know his name. I've got a book up to my right, which is all about the MP44. So no wonder the name sounds familiar to me, eh? Well, I didn't think he was about anymore. Because most most designers from the 80s are now, well, 40 years older. So it must have been at least 20 something when they designed the MP44. 12,000. Wow. What's the literage? Turbo, supercharged, anything like that, or just the standard old naturally aspirated? Howling V12. Naturally. Wow. That's going to be a last of its kind, isn't it? $950. For a supercar, that's spot on. But I'd say for if they want to set records, it needs to be 100 or 200 kilos lighter than that. Yes. It weighs and has about 650 kilo. Huh? Oh, right. Okay, so it's supercar territory. It's just not insane. It's not hypercar. But that is going to be sought after, being a naturally aspirated one. Absolutely sought after. One of my favourite cars that was ever made was the McLaren SLR. Oh, thank you. Which is obviously the AMG V8, 6 litre V8 with a supercharger on it. Loved that car. It's such a noise as well. Oh, it's going for the pass this time. See you in a bit, Abe. Okay, 4 laps in, only 3 seconds behind the leader. I thought Ron would be moving up the grid a little bit more. Hello, Mandy. Nice to see you again. Looked like the game that you were playing earlier on was pretty interesting. What was it called? The Complex. I'll be honest, I would not have saved that that woman that was in the pod. She looked dead. I looked at it. Looked like fun though. I like that he flashes his light to say sorry and then just carries on down the road. Okay, so we've established my race pace is not all that in this race. Yeah, I'm alright, no worries. I saw you online, thought I'd come say hello. You've been kind enough to do it to me a few times, so I thought I'd return the favour. And quite frankly, it's nice to check out different streamers, just to sheer fact you get a sense of what other games are out there. And that definitely looks like one I'd think about playing. I mean, I can see it was a story-driven narrative, but other than that, it looks quite interesting. Welcome to the world of GT Sport. Otherwise, all good. Still recovering from a leg injury, but other than that, it's a long story, by the way. Well, not that much longer. I hurt my calf muscle, so I can't use a wheel. Ah, Singtel, ever the pun master. Okay, yeah, this daily race at Monza is not the most thrilling thing in the world, is it? Oh, Mandy, you'll never be rid of him now. Long story short, Sing Tao, it translates as man of many tabs open. So you'll always see him in your chat now. What was that about Imola? Monte Carlo? Was that a question about the tracks? Oh, Circuit Atta GT. The first thing I will say about Imola is I do not think it's a good track for Formula 1. However, that might be a really interesting one for GT Sport. And Monte Carlo, they've done that before. It was in GT 3 and 4, one of them either, and it was good fun. But as an actual course, I hate it. I just don't enjoy Monte Carlo. I wouldn't have said a pet lamb, but it's quite interesting. No matter if I go to any of my other followed people, I always find Sing Tao in there somewhere. To the point I've just gone onto any stream and gone, hey Sing Tao, and usually get, hey. You have a point, mate. So for those that don't know, I hit affiliate during the week, so with amazing content like this. But if we're going to talk about tracks and all that, I'd love to see Turkey's Istanbul turn up in places, so like Group 2, Group 1 and this, and definitely back on the F1 calendar. And thank you very much. But for GT Sport, I'd like to bring back some of the... Ooh, that'd be interesting, Macau. I'd like to bring back some of the old tracks from the old Gran Turismo games, like Forest and the Ring. I can't remember the name of it. High Speed Ring? Oh, Seattle. That's a good call. I actually really like that one. I don't often like street tracks, but I enjoyed Seattle. It was mental. I mean, it was properly batshit, that one. Sorry, Mr. Waffle. Oh. Trial Mountain, yes! That's the other one I was thinking of. I liked Midfield as well. It had some really interesting corners on it. I know I've mentioned this story before, but a couple of, well, it must be over a year ago now, I loaded up GT3 for the first time in 16, 17 years on my old PS2. And yeah, I was doing time trials against my, hang on, how old was I back then? 15-year-old self. Turns out I was faster than I am now. did eventually beat one of the times. But it's such a completely different play style, GT3 to GT Sport. I mean, it's obviously a lot more arcadey. But it was just that change in technique that really threw me. Okay, so that Spaniard is really going for the Italian. And Ron's falling back from me, so he's falling back through the pack. That's pretty good though. If you had an optimal 158, I mean, it shows you could have done it. Yeah, Spoon is a bit of a tricky little bugger. I was flicking down to second gear at parts of it just to get the arse end of the Porsche rotated, and I found that really worked. And I had an optimum of 158.4 or 5. I could never put it all together. So when I got Spoon right, I got Degner wrong. When I got Degner right, I got Spoon wrong. Or Dunlop. But that's the trick with Suzuka. So you're showing really good pace increase over where you were, say, 2 or 3 months ago, dude. So well done. But too, could you imagine Trial Mountain on GT Sport? It'd be utter chaos, wouldn't it? I'd like to see more F1 tracks, but hey, that's me. I just like F1 tracks. Not all of them, just, you know, most of them. Deep forest, yes. I think I said forest earlier, didn't I? I didn't say it right. I don't remember that one. I was A grade earlier on. What? So I had a really shit race before this, and I must have dropped like 2,000 DR. Yeah, that would be about right. Yeah, this course is very much a farming course for me, so I can probably do this all day long if I wanted to. Thank you very much. Oh, I got a track limit penalty. Right when I didn't want to. Ooh. Seeing as how you have jinxed that, buddy. I'm going to be lucky to finish 6th now. To be fair, I think I just took my eye off the ball, literally. Come on, Ron, I'll give you a hand. The funny thing is, I didn't mean to go for that pass. My mic's come apart. Oh yeah, I'm going to finish 6th in this one. Oh dear. I was trying to help Mr. Waffle there. I kind of just passed the pair of them. Whoops. That's what I get for just not really paying attention going for Parabolica, isn't it? Oh, might steal fifth back. Oh, you cheeky little bugger. I saw that. Nah, I'm not going to blame you for that, mate. Being fair, I got myself a penalty coming through a scar, then I took my eye off the ball to look at the chat. I know I shouldn't do it. Oh, it's all good fun though, isn't it? That's my phone. Okay, so the 650S, which was... that was rapid during that. So it's good to know. Whoopsie doo. Well, my door card said 12, so I can take that. Hey, that is not bad, Louis. One place behind Mr. Basic Ollie. No, do you know what? Did he say nice? Oh, he did. To be fair, where did you finish? What was the actual placing of you in Basic Ollie? So I'm going to do another one. But do I use a different car? Why do I have two RCFs? One of them is my manufacturer car, I think. I have three of them. Oh. So you're getting used to turning up on different people's Twitches and YouTubes then, aren't you, Louis? Ooh. That sucks. 3 Audi TTs. Oh, bloody hell. Let's try something different. Let's go with the Corvette. It might be suicidal when it comes to this race, but it's all fun and games. Right, let's see if we can load in. Right, let's give it a go. It's going to be a flying lap and that's it. Okay, I think it's just Group 4 because this feels slow as frack. Ooh. Oh god, it feels so much better on the front end though. It's going to be slower down the straight, so isn't it? I've heard that some of the top splits can be brutal, so at least you're telling me as well, Louis. Okay, so the Corvette is not going to be quick down the straights, and it seems to be slower off the corner, so all of the, I'm going to be relying on the Corvette handling. Oh, Jesus. What's gone wrong in my life to come to this moment? Well, the brakes seem a lot better. I'm actually surprised at how good the brakes are. It's much more my driving style, though. A little bit more lively, but not too mad, like Burt Racer's, you know, love for the Supra. Burt, if you're out of that, I still think you're mad. Don't be track limits. Please don't be track limits. Thank you. Pops up afterwards. It's not going to let me finish the lap, is it? It's not going to be a good race. This is taking ages to match. It's taking the best part of a minute. What? It really was the best part of a minute. Oh, I would bloody do it on the one time I'm not in the Veyron and being on the front of the grid. Sometimes I need to be kicked. Ah, I'm in. Or I'll get disconnected now. But look, I'm in the bloody Corvette and I'm at the front of the grid. Does anyone know how the Authenticator app works on your bloody phone? Because it's being a pain in the ass. Long story short, when you reach affiliate, you have to get an Authenticator. And that sort of thing. Okay. The closer is in this again. You say hello to my fellow Brits. There's Mr. Ron Waffle. I bet I'll do that off. I'll do that off camera. For the life of me, I cannot get online with this bloody Authenticator. Oh, I will do, Louis. I can't do this in a minute in time, but I can't actually get on damn Twitch. Hold that for a second. I did just get back in time. I would cut my thumb. Ow. Really hurt. Okay, I'm going to be passed so often in this race. This is going to suck. Although, there was one guy at the back who were careering into the rest of them. So it gives me a little bit of a breather for half a lap. Oh, there's a lot of shenanigans going on behind. Awesome. Ow. Hey, give us updates on how he's getting on. I bet you can say hello to Sing Tao in that one as well. And, Sing Tao, if I'm winning this on lap 10, coming through the Parabolica, please feel free to go and annoy Bert Race for the fact I'm winning Monza in a Corvette. Because I'm pretty sure nothing will annoy him more. I take pleasure in the weirdest things. I'm definitely in the wrong car. He's catching me so fast under straights. I've just got to be like 10 metres later on the brakes. I was about to say I've got to be so smooth as well, like Barry White smooth. That is not Barry White. And then I went in sideways into the second Lesmo. I don't like the fact I'm losing half a second to him. Oh, it's going wide. He's going to definitely see I'm pushing for everything I'm worth. I'm just a second faster a lap. If I'm, yeah, not even remotely on the pace in this car. Well, I may be able to tag onto him when he goes through and allow him to pull me around in the slipstream. Yeah, 1.3 seconds odd. I'm frightened of that pack right behind him. I am truly terrified. Whoops. have to absolutely stick with him to stand any chance of staying ahead of these guys. She's pulling away even in the bloody slipstream. Okay, the Corvette was the wrong choice. Let me stay in the slipstream, please. This is not going to go well for me this race. Yeah, that figures. Should have stuck with the Veyron. Right, does anyone want to guess how many places I'm going to lose during this race from now? I mean, it's nicer to drive, but oh my god, is it slower. Five more places. Depends on what goes on behind me, really, isn't it? What door? I still can't even see my door card number. Might as well just watch them go past me. Okay, the last lap was my fault. I lost so many places because I picked up a penalty, but this is going to be ridiculous from here. See, I'm very optimistic about this race, as you might simply tell. My only real hope is that the fact they suffer from much higher tyre wear, but halfway in on hard tyres, you know. Alright, well I'm going to defend it, but there's not going to be much point to it. Well, I'm not going to give him the easy way through, so I'm going to sit on the apex. I mean, I know it's a curve of grande, you can go around the outside into the inside of the next corner, but there's not much more I can do. That's about as fair as you can be. Oh, what? So okay, this is going to be one of my worst ever start from pole races. Although in Suzuka Saturday night, I started from pole, forgot about the tyres being cold when I started, and I immediately ploughed it straight off the road in corner 1. So that was good fun. If you're going to go for the pass, commit to it, dude. Or do that, whatever. I mean, I know you're going to get past me on the main straight, but I'm not going to make life easy for you. Oh, you're working with me. Okay. You're actually slowing me up rather than... Hang on, no. You're slowing yourself up rather than speeding me up. But sure. So, all those are on the stream. Welcome if it's your first time. If you're coming back, welcome back. This is the home of Midnight ISO and apparently track limit penalties at Monza. I thought I'd be helpful there, but I've actually just sort of spited myself there a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I've got to say I like the balance that's coming to the Corvette now. My tyre's a little bit worn, and I'm more used to it, but it's still not quick. Don't worry, Raki. I still can't pass you. You're literally going to have to undershoot the next 2 corners for me to get anywhere near you. Annoyingly, the person who set the fastest lap is somewhere behind me. Never like it when there's a person with the fastest lap directly behind me somewhere. Okay, so I think if I hadn't stuffed up and lost 3 or 4 seconds, I could still be in 4th-ish. Anyone who wins a race with this car is a much better driver than me. Ooh, chance for a position. Well, I think the race is coming to me a little bit now that all the Veyron's front tyres are starting to wear out. until I do that. Oh, for frack's sake. Okay, I know I was taking a bit of liberties with Lesmo, but that is harsh. I can't remember who it was, but I think it was it was either F2 or F3 driver who went over that sausage curb a couple of years back in real life and launched straight into the barrier. Come on, go for it. Genuinely feels like I'm a cylinder down to most of the other people in this. My fault for choosing a damn car though. I suppose it's the Group 3 Corvette, that's more my style rather than the Group 4. Shit. Well, that's the least of my problems on this lap, isn't it? Okay. As the race wears on, it comes to the Corvette a little bit, but not anywhere that's remotely useful. Alright, hopefully I can hold off the Irishman. That's going to be another track limit. That is going to be another track limit, surely. Yep. It's one of my worst races in a very long time. And I started from pole. Alright, so if you're horrendously aggressive with the Corvette, it picks a bit of time up on the Parabolica. But as soon as they get on the straights, there goes the Veyrons. Okay, I'm going to do one more of these and I'm going to go back in the Veyron. Vimto. Okay, I'm going to at least retain 9th. I shouldn't really be upset about that. I'm not really. I mean, I knew going into it was going to be a little bit of a shit show. Okay, so the Irishman has a chance of 7th. Because that might be rounded up to a 1 second, will be rounded up to a 1 second penalty for the Turkish person, Turkish driver. Yeah, that was to be expected. think you had the money right on 5 places dropped on that one, dude. Also, I kept picking up penalties like a mother trucker, didn't I? It's one of those things, when you're in sync with the car and the track, they don't happen. Louis, are you going punting again? Louis is our resident fast driver and puntathon, frankly. Right, back to the Veyron. Although I'm going to take a 2-minute break, so I will be back in a mo. Unfortunately, Louis, that is the thing with Monza, isn't it? And we're back. Sorry for the delay. Well, everyone is allowed a quick trip to the gents. Right, we're back in the Veyron this time, so hopefully we won't be going back as far during this race. I am, however, going to do a very quick install couple of corners, because driving that Corvette, you know, you just want to make sure you're up to speed. Well, he still goes, so I'm going for it. Okay, here we go, race time. And thank you for all the watching of the action out there. Feel free to give the channel a follow. If you're on YouTube, please feel free to do the same thing. It is greatly appreciated. And anyone has any topics they want to discuss, particularly about Formula 1, or in this case, cars, heck, I'll accept Resident Evil, because that's my other sort of game that I play a lot of. So if you want to talk about anything, let me know. There's a lot of time to talk on the straights here. I mean, let's face it, it's not the most energised of races. A Group 4 four-wheel drive car through Monza. Louis, you're one of the most aggressive drivers I know. That can only mean one thing. It's time to bring out the dive bomb account. Okay, so Brett Cowell, last race, I think, had one of the fastest lap times. So, we're going to see what he can get up to. Ideally, if I can break the toe on this one, it's going to make my life a lot easier, but I somehow don't see it happening. I'm optimistic, you see. I forgot how crap the brakes were. Okay, I don't really think I can be defensive for 10 laps on this thing, but we'll give it a go. Ooh, full fuel. What's up? Okay, I really want to work together with this Brett. Obviously his ping is all over the place, so this is going to be interesting. One thing I don't like in this game, on this track, is I don't have the confidence to go through the first chicane right up behind someone. It's asking for trouble, particularly when they got ping like that. For those that want to know, ping is the delay time. Particularly, it's You want a very, very, very fast ping for good racing in particular. Oof. It's shown by the signal bars on to the right of people's names. I'm surprised mine's actually quite so high. When I'm streaming, it usually drops. Go for a little Sunday drive around Monza. Oh, finally got a run on someone out turn 1. Oh, maybe not. I had a good exit compared to Brett, but obviously Spaniard had a better exit than I did. It's all good. Okay, this might be another long haul race, I'm afraid. A very poor parabolica there. Never mind. 58-0. Okay, if you're gonna pass, pass. Spaniard has been very good, actually. Very patient. $29,128. And considering the last race I went backwards by about 6 or 7 places, that's not bad. I would have been back to A grade again if it wasn't for that. Last 2 races. Out of curiosity thing there, what is my SR? It's definitely not 99. Can't be. Oh, how? How well's Louis doing in his one? Everyone gets 99. What? Oh, right, okay, yeah. Poking fun at it. Okay. Hey, he's doing alright then. That's fair. I'm not bored, it's just... There's literally nothing else to do at this point. I mean, I'm not even actively defending from this guy behind anymore. I am actually enjoying myself. I can't hardly imagine that it's not the most enjoyable thing to watch. I'm glad you're all here, though. If you want to spice up... No, that's not my concentration face. That is my... I wish something else would happen in this race face. My concentration face is... That's different. Well, there is, but all I've got to do is stick it on the inside, and it's impossible for the Spaniard to get through. I am focusing. Just I've only got to focus when it comes up to the corners. I notice what he's doing on the parabolic. He's dropping behind, trying to get a slingshot underneath me. All I've got to do is keep it close to the apex, and he can't get through. I mean, it's good racing from the Spaniard. However, he's going to have to try something a bit more drastic to get past me. So if I keep sticking it on the inside for the opening chicane, all I've got to do is make sure I hit my braking spot, and that's it. And he always loses out come the second part of the chicane. And that time he's actually fallen out of slipstream range. He literally lost a whole second in that one corner. Whereas I keep losing a tenth of a second here, tenth of a second there. I just don't see... My strengths are usually in the race, not in qualifying. At Monza, it does seem to be the other way around, which... that would be great if this was Monaco, but it's not. All he's got to do, or she, the driver has got to do, is just get in my slipstream and waft straight up to the back of me again. So essentially, that slipstream does 90% of the work. I did get a massively good run out of Ascari that time. Your strength is in the pit lane. Mate, your strength is in serving the drinks in the pit lane. Actually, honestly, mate, you're a good racer. I've raced you before. My strength is looking pretty in the pit lane. Do you know what? I still outbrake myself a little bit. Oh, it's Laguna Seca, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Is it Group 3, isn't it? I'm looking forward to that. I really am. Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah, we can do that. We can do a one model race. Have a go with that. And a Cayman. Why a Cayman? Okay, the one thing I like about this race, I am demonstrating I'm difficult to pass. Why does FIA do anything? I do a... When it comes to Monza, yes, racecraft is essential, particularly when you know someone's going to attempt to pass you, but it is just quite easy just to park it on the apex. I mean, you can see with the Corvette, I was all over the place, but in this Veyron, it's... The only difficulty I have is getting the nose into the corner. Unless it slides there. Whoops. Was that a dive that went wrong? Or did my braking just catch him out? Yeah, that was the Huracan, wasn't it? I mean, you saw what happened when I tried to race it. I spent most of the race spinning. Literally. Okay, so 1:57.6, my fastest lap, is only 2 tenths off the fastest lap of the race, and that would have been without a tow, so I'm quite happy with that. So I do have the raw speed, I just don't have the consistency in this car. And that Spaniard is a lot quicker than what his qualifying would suggest. I was spinning. I was just pushing it too hard. Way too hard. I really love the handling of the Porsche on that one, as you saw. Won a couple of races in that. But some courses, some cars just fit. And for those that are going to write in the comments, yes, I know, it's Porsche. Sorry, it's how I was brought up. I know it's wrong. Well, it's like the Corvette, I'm good with that. Except for apparently on this one, on Group 4. One car I can't seemingly handle at all is the Supra. I do like the Aston, that DB9 and the V12 Vantage. Was it DB9? No, it was V12 Vantage. Whatever, the Astons. The Beetle is actually surprisingly good. I mean, I did that race at Sardinia in the F1 daily race C in America, and I nearly won by, what was it, half a minute or something like that. But yeah, okay, that was America Group C, so you know. Well, come home second with an extremely hard fought second place. Very clean race, unlike what Louis probably experiencing. Do you know what? I am going to save that one. Dirty defence. Way back up to A grade. So someone is unhappy with finishing third. It's going to be interesting to see what he says. I know. I was not. So it says push before making the corner or stopping. Yeah, that second chicane is that and Ascari is the penalty central. Yeah, okay. I haven't really got time to look at the replay, but let's have a... So we can get in a couple of corners. Got to save it. Bugger. Oops. I always go to brand central. I know, right? Oh well. One more for luck. Back up to A grade again, Louis. Why do I sound like Kermit? I'm going a bit more mad than usual these weekends. Okay. Well, you're always going to get someone who complains, aren't you? Well, well, well. So what is this next race going to bring us then? What do you reckon? Yeah. At no point did I stop. The only time I slowed down significantly was, and it is, as far as I'm concerned, it's a genuine tactic, is slow down enough to force the other driver to go a bit slower so I could rotate my car and get a good exit out. It's not stopping on the track. It's going a couple of miles an hour slower to give myself a better exit. That's all tactics. It's not dirty. Next, let's go to A+. I've never been anywhere near it. I've been a shade under 40,000 a couple of times. But A+. Alright, what's the threshold for A+? And also, hope you heard that, because that felt good. $50,000. So I was halfway to A+, is what you were saying. A very slow A+. Hey, Bet Racers Online. I might just go and gloat and get him to look at my qualifying time. In fact, I will do. No, he's not in this one. I think he might be here doing Interlagos. Let's leave him minimise. And let's keep an eye on yourself, Louis, as well. Might drop in on you. Or at least be annoying. Okay, so we are now starting. Oh, he is he? I think my feed's behind yours, mate. And Louis, I presume that you are... Yeah, you're doing some qualifying, aren't you? Singtail, I see you in that one. For Louis. I don't see you in Bert's one yet, so man, and many tabs open. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay, yeah, I see Bert is in... I think he's racing the people I was a minute ago, because I just saw a Vimto. No, that's what he's racing the Vimto. Ah, the Vimto Veyron. What's his time? 57.0. So, he hasn't improved that much. That's surprising. For those that don't know, Bert Racer is basically like the wheel version of me, although he's a bit less sober. Often. I could imagine him trying to take a Group 4 Veyron to Interlagos in a Group 3 race. That's the kind of sort of crap that he'd do. No, he's already on the grid. Oh. Yeah, of course I can, mate. There you go. So sometimes when I run two windows, because I put my PS4 on the screen in front of me, the computer's linked up to both, and sometimes that one shuts off for the PC and it shunts it all over to the other one, and all the, because it's different resolutions, it goes a bit wonky. So thanks for letting me know. I'm working on a solution so I can have 3 monitors. Power draw. Oh, might have to run a second graphics card on my PC. Oh, terrible run. Is that Sarajevo or Sarajevo? Oh, I've got a punt there. Got a punt there. I have to close Bert because that is fucking annoying next to me. Okay, it appears like going through 4th in that second Lesmo is the way to go, but it just doesn't feel fast. So Brits 2 to 5, frankly. Most of the South Africans have been really fast at this race. Oh, come on, I was forced onto the damn curb. That is way more than just a half-second penalty around here. But wonder who's going to blame that one on me as well. Iceman Kim, Spaniard Iceman Kimmy 234. That's just weird. Right, we are going to make this my last race for this stream. So I've been going, jeebus, nearly 3 hours. Right, I let off the throttle quite drastically there because I didn't want to get a track limit penalty. Okay, so it's Brits. Top 3 now. So we can make a top 4. Ooh, cone. Shame we can't just retract that wing during the middle of the straight. A DRS sort of thing. Okay, 4.4 to the leader in 6th. It's actually a very close race. Out the front, anyway. Well, that might be track limits. Oh, maybe not. It should have been. So it looks like us three here are in the wrong order. That Spaniard is the slowest out of me and the other Spaniard. Okay, we're in a slipstream battle, so it's now under 4 seconds to the leader. We are all catching the leader. Interesting. That's not how I want to inherit a place. Someone diving up the inside of the pair of us. That lost me probably half a second as well, for starters. I knew you'd say that. Okay, so it's now a fight between me and Iceman Kimmy. With my defence from the last races everything to go by, I should be okay. Unless I do something daft like that. Of course, now he's through, now I have exactly the same problem. Man, a mini-tabs open is struggling. Iceman Kimmy, who's Spanish, might I add. Ah, yes. It's his Spanish cousin, you see. It's like the Stig. There's one in every country. I feel it's a shame about the guy in front of me. He got punted off for absolutely no reason, but as we all know, Louis wouldn't mind. Why is it the Veyron brakes feel like they're made of cheese? Kimi Hernandez. Kimi Rodriguez. Carlos Raikkonen. I mean, you know it makes sense. I can imagine that. I really can imagine him saying that. One of the best ones for the opening weekend of Formula 1 was the engineer with Raikkonen going, can you... No, sorry, Raikkonen going to the engineer, can you hear me? He went, no, Kimi, can't hear you. And he went, but you answered. Yeah, but you still answer. Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know where, but I seem to have suddenly found a burst of speed on this part of the track. I don't mind where it comes from, as long as I still have it at the end of the lap. Ooh, looks like the two drivers back there, the other Brit, having a bit of a scrap. Okay, let's go after Rodriguez, Kimi. Where did I start in this race? I can't even remember. Yep, that's the one. That is exactly the one. I think I posted it in the group chat, didn't I? Well, that is Kimi down to a T. Him and Ricciardo are my favourite drivers for opposite reasons, but both for their personality. Both absolute no-nonsense drivers, but just in their own world. Well, Kimi's definitely in his own world. The most uncharismatic Formula 1 world champion that I can think of. But because of that, he's actually... Yes, he is actually the greatest. Ziggy! Welcome. You're not racing tonight, mate? Yeah, that would make a lot of sense, actually, and that makes a lot of sense. And that smile of his, I mean, it's bigger than his actual head. Ah, fair, mate. Try and beat my qualifying time. I'm about half a second ahead of Bert at the moment. I bet that's annoying the shit out of him. I did that on Daily Race C a few weeks back and he was properly annoyed at it. That's fair. I should give B race a go this week, because I didn't last week with Nürburgring. It's one of my favourite tracks. You can do it, mate. And what's my lap time? 56, I think, isn't it? Yeah, 56.3. Just got to be aggressive with the curbs, but plant the throttle as well. Yeah, I get that. buffoonery is the actual right word. Relaxed buffoonery. Hey, well, we both know that Monza is my bag when it comes to qualifying. I'm just not that good in the race. May pick up 4th. If I can get within a second of Iceman Kimi, anyway. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, I thought that was the last lap. Now that is the jackass that caused all the problems earlier on. So I am not going to be hesitant to push him off the track. So, that Jack Daniels is going down my inside. I don't like this. Well, you saw that one coming. Cookie Klutz Racing. Is that what it genuinely means? Jackass Daniels, yeah. So why is there a yellow flag up here? Someone's spun across the line, haven't they? Yeah, there you go. You might have made it up. So I am going to save that one and go back and have a look at it. Both that last lap and the other one with the faster clock. I wonder if she'll do it now. Alexa, light 100%. She's rebelling today. Alexa, shut up. I wonder. Hey, Christ, that's good going for him. He doesn't like Monza. He had a proper tantrum earlier in one of these races. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of annoyed people in the top of this. Get your popcorn out. Well, alright, let's go check out the replay since they all seem to have left. It's worth having a look. Ow. So where did he start? It must have been... Yeah, he was right down the back of the grid, so he's a very high driver, which is very robust, and putting it politely. So, it was quite a fair chunk through the race. Wrong button. It was a fair chunk through the race before anything went awry. So let's have a look at that. Okay, let's try that again. Yeah, it's so easy to pick up penalties in that race, isn't it? Okay, so I'm looking. I do want to see when this guy spins off. That's going to be quite amusing. Okay, so there I am. I've served a penalty. This is the one in the last one that was complaining about me blocking too hard. How? Okay, then there's KKR, who's going to be the demon incarnate. So it's clearly quick. They're running a Ferrari livery on that seems weird. Louis, I'm not the one to give you advice, mate, but watch my way I attack it on my early... I'm going to finish this in a minute, but go on to, say, my YouTube and scroll it back. Watch how I'm doing it, because I'm very rarely getting penalties on that, and it's quick. It's quick enough. Ferrari Veyron. I know. This seems weird, doesn't it? Okay, I think it was into the first corner. Yeah. So you got me at the front of this train. I block. Okay, so he did try and avoid, but he fucked us all up. Right screwed the Spaniards race, isn't it? Okay, and then the last lap. Brake earlier, Louis. Do what you always tell me. Brake earlier. Faster exit. Change to the bloody action camera. Well, I still come home 6. That's all I can really worry about. See you later, Abe. I'm just going myself, if I'm honest. Oh, I still come home 6. So what's my DR up to? Later, Abe. I'm not finding as much dirty driving as you are. I'm finding, yes, it is happening, but I'm not finding it every single race. Bloody hell, Anne. Do you just refresh every tab? Thank you, mate. Okay, but this is a DR farm for me, this race. So, you'll probably see me on it a couple of times in the next couple of days, but I'm going to go and take some painkillers. My head is starting to split. And maybe back later on with a Resident Evil. Or if not, Final Fantasy 8, because I've started playing that again. But that might be me for... That will be me for GT Sport for tonight, I think. Unless Bert wants to do any lobbies, but we'll see. Right, it's been a pleasure. Let's see who we can raid on Twitch. If I can open Twitch. Right, Bert's on, Cyrus is on, Chef... Gee, let's go to... Excuse me, let's go to Bert. He always appreciates it. Always returns a favour too. Right, for those on Twitch, we're going over to see Bert Racer. For those on YouTube, it's been a pleasure having you all here. Have yourselves a nice one. Catch you later. And yes, Anne, the answer is yes to practice for Nations tomorrow. And thank you, is Carlico, for signing up and being our 69th follower. Thank you very much. All have a nice one.